Hello everyone. Today we're going to go through changing the calipers and brake pads on the 1997 Toyota 4Runner 4-wheel drive limited edition. Alrighty everyone, let's get started. After properly jacking the vehicle and removing the wheel, we're going to proceed into lubricating some of the bolts and the brake line connection. As you can see on the back of the caliper right here, we've got the brake line right there. We've got two 17mm bolts holding the caliper in place. One right here and one right here. Let's get to lubricating those babies. And so next we're going to remove this clip right here holding the brake line in place. Just like that. Next we're going to remove the two mounting bolts, 17mm. We're using some lug nuts to keep the rotor in place while we're removing the caliper. After removing the mounting bolts, we're going to take the caliper off the rotor and set it right on top. Being very careful of the brake line.
Now we're going to apply some brake cleaner. Spray the braking surface liberally, the entire rotor, front and back. Voila!
Before we get started, we're going to throw some anti-seize on the threads of the bolt and the front bracket face, just so if we need to do any further repairs in the future, we can easily remove this bolt and the caliper from the bracket. With our old caliper in place, and we got our new caliper and some new mounting bolts, we're going to mount her to the same bracket on the back side here. Next, we're going to disconnect the brake line from the old caliper and apply it to the same location on the new caliper using a 10mm wrench. So we had some trouble with the brake line right here. We had to use some vice grips and quite a bit of penetrating oil to actually get her loose. So now that we're able to hand crank her with the 10mm, we're going to quickly, once it's loose, we're going to quickly transfer it to the next spot on the new caliper.
There's the new line attached after a little bit of struggle. Nice job, Max.
Now we can see up close and personal the kind of mess I had trying to stop my vehicle. And mainly we wanted to replace the caliper because we have two locking pins for the brake pads here and here, and we were unable to remove those. It was so corroded here. So we were able to move the pin, so we couldn't remove the pads, and so we decided we were due for a new caliper. We're going to use some synthetic brake grease and apply it to the back of the pads because we couldn't remove the spacers that are attached to the old caliper. So in order to as a substitute, we're just going to apply some brake grease to the backs and rub it on thoroughly. We're also going to grease the pins, and so if we ever need to slide them back out again, that'll be easier in the future. Now we're inserting the brake pads in the same orientation as they were on the old caliper. Next we need to apply the clip in the same orientation as the old caliper. There'll be some spring. Next, slide the wire pin into the correct holes. Oops. She's in there snug. Now we're going to put the clip back on to secure the brake line in place. Now she's all assembled. Next we're going to bleed the brake line until we're happy we're getting nice clean fluid and no air bubbles. So thanks for watching. Leave in comments below any areas of improvement you have for anyone who's watching the video. But thanks for watching. Have a great day.